What's up, everyone? How y'all doing? It's Christina from the Glaser Tutoring Company, and today we're going to be solving the system of equations. So we have a system here, right? We have two equations. Generally, if you have two equations, two or more equations, right, and they might have some relation with each other, that's the system. So this or these two equations are known as the system. Now we have to solve, right? We got to solve for the system. Well, what does that mean? Well, we know that we have linear lines here, right? For each x value, it's only x raised to the first, right? It's not x squared or x cubed. And the same thing goes for the y. If you have just x's and just y's, so not x squareds or y squares, you have a linear line, which means that you have straight lines. And if these lines cross paths, right? Let's just say that maybe one line was going one way, the other one's going the other way. The solution is where they intersect. So that's basically what we're trying to solve for. We're trying to solve for the coordinate or the ordered pair that they have in common. So we're looking for an x value and we're looking for a y value. Okay, well, how do we do that? Well, for systems of equations, there's many different ways to do it. We could go about the substitution route, the addition, or the elimination route. But now, for this one, we got free reign, right? So whichever one you feel the most comfortable with. Now, generally speaking, what I like to see is if I have just one x or one y value. And if I look at these equations, I got one right here, right? This one is only 1x. So the easiest way to go about this, me personally, what I would do is I'm going to go the substitution method. And what you're going to do is you're going to want to substitute the x value for what it equals. And usually you only like to do this if you only see that you have an x by itself. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use equation 2. Let's just say that this one was equation 1 and this is equation 2. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use equation 2 and I'm going to solve for the x value. So we have x plus 2y equals 4. So let's solve for that x value. What we're going to do is we're going to swing the y value over. So I'm going to say minus 2y on both sides. So when we do that, right, we get x equals, this cancels out. So cross that off. And we have x equals 4 minus 2y. Okay, so that's the first part. Now, for whatever equation that you use to get x equal, you have to use the other equation to do your substitution in for. So since I used equation 2 to solve for x, I have to use equation 1 now to do the rest of the work. So I'm going to bring in that equation, 5x, and then we'll say plus 9y equals 16. And the reason why we're doing this is because with algebra, it's always x equals a number, y equals a number. We never can solve for x and y, right? It's always got to be just one variable. So what we're going to do is we're going to take what x equals, right? In this case, we said that x equals 4 minus 2y, and we're going to plug it in for the x value, 4 minus 2y. And now we just got to be, careful because the 5 is being multiplied for the whole entire x. So I'm going to have 5 times by 4 minus 2y. And then let's just keep going along, right? So now I got the plus 9y. And this is all going to equal 16. Now, here comes algebra, right? I got to distribute. Got to be fair. In math, it's always about fairness. So 5 times 4 is 20. 5 times a negative 2 is a negative 10. Y plus the 9y, and that's going to equal 16. Now let's group together like terms, right? I got a negative 10y plus a 9y. So this is going to be 20. I guess minus 1y, right? We could just say minus y, and this equals 16. And maybe what I'll do is I'll highlight that just to say, hey, this is what we did. So negative 10 plus 9 is a negative 1. And now, just scoop on over. It doesn't matter, you know, whether you pull the y over here and the numbers over here. But let's get rid of the minus 20. We'll do that. Minus 20 minus 20. And in this case, this cancels out. Goodbye. We got a line here. And we got negative y equals 16 minus 20 is a negative 4. So we're on the right track, right? But now I don't want, you know, negative y. I just want y. So we know that if I just have to make this positive, I got to make the other side positive. So y equals 4. Okay. First part done. We found out the y coordinate, right? So now we know that the y value has to be a 4. Now we have to find out that x value. Now there's 3 things that you could do. You could use the first equation and plug in for the y value, the 4, and solve for x. You could use the second equation, plug in for y, and solve for x. Or what I like to do is, hey, I already have an equation that's set up for what x equals. So I could use that. X equals 4 minus 2y. And now I know that y is 4. So x equals 4 minus 2 times 4. And let's just solve, right? X equals 4 minus 8, and x is going to equal a negative 4. And that is the second part. So we do have a point. We do have a point that they, you know, communicate with, and maybe I'll put that over here. So the solution would be negative 4, because that was the x value, comma 4. And you are done for this one. Let's highlight this and call it a video. Oh yeah. What'd you think? I hope this helped. Thank you so much for viewing the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you so much for all your support. You guys are awesome. You know, I'm really glad that my brother and I can help you guys out with your math. We also get physics and math videos on the channel. Also, I would like to give a huge shout out to Maricela. Thank you so much for being a member to the channel. Your support means a lot to my brother and me, and we're thrilled to have you be a part of this amazing community. Memberships are open on the channel, and if you want to become a member, just click that join button, which can be found below on any video if you're watching on your desktop, or it can be found on the overall channel page too. For all of you that want your name shown in the video, don't forget to choose the gold tier or higher. Thank you so much for considering, and have a great day. Talk to you in the next lesson. Bye-bye!